Well, you're kind of interrupting my peaceful eating time, but hey, by all means, go ahead, barge into my space here. Oh no. So, how's it going? Um, my name's Stephen Noor. I'm currently eating popcorn out of the actual bag itself because I'm hungry, but I'm waiting on my friend to actually get here so we can go get food. But I'm starving, so I made myself some popcorn in the meantime. Um, I think that's pretty sweet. I should probably open up chat because I don't believe I can see chat in the thingamabobber. But you know what I can see? Actually, I would see it right here. Actually, I'd see it right there, even if I wasn't hooked up or anything. Regardless, hopefully you're all having a wonderful day so far. I certainly am. Today was the first day of classes again, so that's kind of what I've been doing all day today. So, is what it is. I have a lot of other stuff going on today, so it's really hard for me to actually stream a game. I'd probably get one match of DBD actually going, and then I had to leave. So I'm gonna do a little quick yap sesh. Not everyone's favorite, I know, but I kind of wanted to provide a little timeline, plans for this month. Wow, I'm so sorry. You know, I used to hate eating on stream, and I still do, but this is an exception because I know this one won't be as popular, so I know not as many people will watch this stream. But I was thinking, I'm trying to figure out. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out when to do my 24-hour stream because it's gonna be a little messy. Who would have thunk that having a girlfriend would take away so much of your time? Not that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, who would have thunk? You know, I'm certainly learning that. But sorry, this popcorn's really good. But like I was saying, it's tough with finals, with my girlfriend. It'll be tough to actually set up a 24-hour stream. Now, with that in mind, I'm not saying I'm not going to do it. Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. I'm in fact saying this only emboldens my move and motivation to do the 24-hour stream. Against all odds, I did it. And if it means I have to bend the truth a little bit regarding my location, regarding my health, I'll do it. Because when I make a promise, it's a promise. Oh wait, sorry. Because I'm a man of my word. For if you don't have your word, what are you? Know what I'm saying? I know I feel like an old man talking to his grandkids right now, being like, "Listen here, sonny boy. Let me educate you." Also, a lot of my hair's been falling out. I don't know why. It just suddenly started. Oh, it started early in the semester. Second week of being here, a lot of it started suddenly falling out. I don't know why. I was concerned. I thought it's because of my long hair. So, when I finally do cut my hair back to a short length, it continued. The strands were smaller, but a lot was still coming out. I haven't Googled it yet because I'm sure it's gonna tell me I have cancer or something. But I don't know. I did start using dry shampoo around that same time, so I'm thinking maybe that has something to do with it. No. And now, whenever I changed my, granted I changed my ways. That's fine. I have very oily hair. Very oily hair. If I don't wash it every day, it, gets very oily the next day. So, I was given dry shampoo. Works like a charm. Unfortunately, I think that may have been the cause that started causing all the hair loss. Not hair loss, just all the hair falling out. The shedding. Like crazy shedding. Like, you would not believe it. Like, I'd shampoo my hair and it's just covered. And it's like, that's not normal. At least it's never been normal with me. Is it because I'm 20 now? I just turned 20 this month, or last month. So, I don't know what. Can't be age. Maybe. My dad still has his hair. He's, I don't know, early 50s. So, I don't know. He has thin hair, yes. I have thin hair. You can see my scalp from here already. My brother does not yet. I fear he might as well. I don't know. I need to look into it because I'm a little concerned. After a while, it stops. After I wash it all out, I think it's all the hair that's fallen out. But in one day is crazy. In less than 24 hours, all that built up in my hair? It can't be. It has to be something else. I know hair naturally falls out, but at that rate is extreme for me, at least. I would have understood if I had that since I was young or hit puberty or something, but starting now out of nowhere, early this semester, I don't know. I fear I've hit a point of no return. I can't go back to how my hair was before. I think I need to just live with this incredible shedding problem. But I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaken. Could be. Could not be. If you're still watching, even after the fact, I know no one's watching right now. That's why I'm kind of eating like a slob right now. Sorry. Thank you. I know I don't say it enough. You can never say it enough, really. But thank you. This is a hobby of mine. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy entertaining purposefully. There's a big difference between acting a fool just because you are one. Well, I am one, but you know what I mean? There's a big difference between a funny fool who's doing it for comedic effect and a fool who's just idiotic. I'm certainly both, but I enjoy doing this a lot. always sad when I leave it. And every time I come back, it's always like warm nostalgia hitting me. Like, why do I leave it in the first place? Because I get busy. Sometimes I just don't get a chance to stream at all. Like, anytime I do get to rest, I want to just not do anything because I'm just exhausted from everything else. But on the good side of things, people will become pessimistic as they grow up. People will grow cold, distant, grumpy, very irritable people as they grow older. I think a select, not rare, but it's uncommon. I think it's very important to keep that optimism up from childhood. As children, I think we're very optimistic, we're very hopeful, very bright thinkers. We're very bright, I feel like. There's always like the more reserved children. I certainly was more reserved, but I think every child's bright to their own extent. And as we grow older, that brightness just gets duller and duller as it gets beaten down, as it gets blown away by the gusts of life. And I think it's important that we keep that brightness as we go through life, because it's that brightness that, actually keeps us alive. Isn't it true that like happier people tend to live longer? I know people that like I think are like married, or like are in happy marriages. I say that because like define happy. You know what I mean? More satisfied. Well, you can even say that like who are married and who are satisfied with their own marriages tend to live longer. I don't know. Just something weird to look at. Things to think about, actually. You never... I feel like people just... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong with what I'm about to say. But I feel like not enough people just take a step back, look at their life, and be like, and just reflect. Like, literally just think. Like, don't have purpose with your thoughts. Just let your thoughts flow. Now, some people may have issues with that, as they may start to think about trauma or start to think about things that give them anxiety, problems that are coming up. But I think it's very important to have those feelings and to mentally work through them. Okay, I'm going to do this. Okay, well, aside from that, what else do I have going on? I fall victim to this too, where I start to think about all the things I need to get done. And I eventually start coming up with a big list to do that. And I start getting overwhelmed, which is why this whiteboard comes in handy. I just write. Boom, boom, boom. And I come to realize either it's a lot longer than expected or a lot shorter. Or it's like, okay, this is what I need to do. I compartmentalize, whatever. And just thought, okay, cool. This is urgent. This needs to get done. This can wait. Like, this needs to get done, like, now, like 5 minutes ago. This needs to get done soon after this. And that can be postponed a little bit longer, if need be. Obviously, if you can get something done. See, look at that piece of hair. Are you trying to go this way? You are. Okay. But back to the assessing. And just think about why you think certain things. Why am I thinking like this? Why do I feel like people don't think enough? Well, let's think about what I see on a daily basis on my feeds on the internet. I see a lot of political things on mine about people asking some like interesting questions, and when they receive a good response, in my opinion, again, maybe I'm biased, whenever, like, let's say I feel like, though, in my experience, I always try to keep an open mind when it comes to like the speaker, because usually it's like a debate. Person comes up, asks a question to the other person. Usually they're on opposing sides, and with the speaker, sometimes they reflect my values, sometimes they don't. And I notice I tend to be biased a little bit more. I tend to accept the person I align with more, just I like to accept their answers a lot more quicker. I'm like, yeah, obviously you're wrong, but I've noticed that, so I've been very cognizant of that. I've been like, okay, well, let me think about that. Are you actually correct? Like just recently, there was actually a good instance of this where they were approached. I aligned very well with the speaker. Someone came up, they asked a question. The speaker gave an interesting response. The questionnaire, the questioner, the student, you should say, it was a student at a college campus, was like, okay, well, that's an invalid argument because you're doing yada yada yada. And I was like, huh, that's actually a very valid point. And the speaker kind of was deflecting a bit, and I was like, whoa now. I think it's important that people do that more often. Like, reflect on why you think certain things. Why do I have these values? Because of this. Okay, like why am I Christian? Okay, cool. Like, you think about your childhood, you think about now, you think about the present, future, whatever. Okay, cool. I was raised up this way. Obviously, I wasn't always the closest, the most involved, the most not the most it's not distinguished, not the most adamant. Doesn't matter. Not the most dedicated. Recently, I have become a little bit more cognizant of that, and I've actually been trying to become more dedicated. So yeah, that's one. That's like obviously that's affected my life a lot. Okay, cool. So how do I know where my thoughts begin and where I was just socialized by my parents? You know what I mean? Like, it's that trying to figure out where you begin in, you know, where you begin. And like, at the end of the day, I feel like people, and as I'm saying this now, I feel like I might have an argument against it. Just let me get the thought out. People tend to want originality as their personality, and technically that's true. Everyone is their own person. You're your own individual. We're not the same. You are not the same as anyone else. People can share similar traits, similar personalities, similar tastes, but they will never be the same. They will never be the same people because they're not clones. Star Wars. But people strive for originality because obviously we're told that no one's the same and all that stuff. So people like to think that they are their own people, but I wonder if people accept the fact that they are the outcome of a produced, that they are the produced outcome of something, whether that be how you were raised, because of traumatic events. These things all combined produced you. They produced who you are. Nowhere did you say, okay, and I'll go forward with this. Nowhere did you say, okay, this is what I am. I feel like people go based off past things. Like, no one just like how to explain this? Clearly, I'm the production of my life, of past 20 years. Everything that's ever happened to me has been an input, and it has produced me, what I am right now, including this right now, Twitch. Like, me streaming right now is producing something within me. By me having this philosophical questioning period with myself, I'm further elaborating thoughts that I don't usually have the ability to share with other people. Therefore, this is having an impact on me and producing something with me. So, people want originality. People don't know where it starts. People want originality, but maybe they do. I don't know. I haven't asked anyone this. Do you accept the principle that you are the produced outcome of something, of all these things in your life, that you did not decide these factors? You did not choose what factors produced you. Therefore, you cannot be, well, whoa, 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 whoa. Therefore, you cannot be the dictator of your life? No, incorrect. Because while you can't choose the inputs and everything that's affected you, you can affect the output. Abusive father. Do you become an alcoholic? Abuse your family? Or do you learn from that and do the opposite? Know that that was wrong and do the right thing. Don't be abusive. At the end of the day, you're choosing, though, what to do with what you were forced to have. Wait, what's the argument, though? Because we've said things, but no argument was made. Like, this is all cool, Steven, but, like, what are you trying to argue for? Good question. Good point. What am I arguing for? I was arguing the fact that people don't stop and think more often about their lives and about their personalities and about the thoughts they have. Have people thought about that before? Do people think about that? Have you thought about that before? Maybe you're proving me right, maybe you're proving me wrong. Either way, I'd be happy with the outcome. Either A, people are actually doing some introspective work, or B, I'm right. Which won't make me as happy, because that means that people aren't doing that introspective work and are just kind of being mindless zombies. But I mean, again, I can't talk because I've been kind of just letting life guide me along. So, technically, does that mean, well, you have control of your life, you don't have control of how it, well, okay, well, here's the other thing. Oh yeah, you can't control factors that were forced onto your life. Okay, if you were a baby and your mom smoked, you can't control that. Your mom does. She was the one that did that. But what drove her to do that? So every action can be led back to something that you can't control can be led to something that someone else can. Meaning someone else messed with their life. Someone else imposed their will over your life. Birth defects? Depends what caused it. What if it was just a regular gene mutation? Good point. That means that cell did it, because the cell didn't replicate properly. At the end of the day, it can be traced back to something else's action. Someone or something's action that imposed their will. Whether they purposely did it or not, it can be traced back to someone else's or something else's action. Something else or something or someone imposed their will and caused the forced factors upon your life, which led you to now. Very interesting thought, I think. But I'll leave it there. I won't go any further with that. That's enough philosophical talk for me. I'm gonna go ahead and head on out because it's almost time for me to go anyways. 25 minutes. Oh wow, that's actually wow, crazy how time flies by when you're just yapping and yapping. Anyways, y'all take care. Have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you may find yourself while watching this video. It's video, bro. This ain't a stream. Thank you very much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Remember, December Frenzy. Every day of the month, I will be live. Whether it's for 5 minutes, whether it's for 25, or for 5 hours, I'll be here. You'll see me every single day.